managed to stumble upon another video by Necrit, but this time it's on the home turf. It's on Honkaistarrail. And we just got done with Honkaistarrail's 2.0 Penacony story for what's out for now. If you haven't played it, you should go play it. Pretty great. But essentially, it's titled the game with a perfect read on its audience. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let's see. Hi. You hated and loved Penacony? I loved it. Unless you hated it for the right reasons, I guess. I don't know. Firefly? Okay, all right. I think we're on the same page.
I can talk about a topic of my choosing. Well, there is one topic I wanted to dive into. Stop right there!
Honey?
I'm from the future where I've played through Penacony, and I need to tell you, this place is not what it seems to be. Once you enter, Honkaistarrail
That's supposed to be like
is one
the
of those games
Apple
that is just not talked
VR
about
thing?
enough. Anyone who stuck around for its evolution throughout its first year would tell you, it is incredible to see how dedicated these devs are.
Wait, first year? I thought Honkaistarrail hasn't been out for a year. I thought it's only been out for like
to giving people
almost a year.
Fun content. Be it through the constant
Unless
releasing
it just means
of
the first year
new
in general.
forms of endgame, permanent events that give you games within games on the side, or even expanding lore in the aforementioned endgame.
I ain't gonna lie. I really do love the fact that all of their events, they stick. I really like that. When I first started playing, I thought that I had to like burn events so fast because they'd be gone. That's what I'm used to.
Game. In a way, it seems like the players are always getting what they ask for and a little bit
like how you have the
more.
exact
And
date. That's
all
crazy.
of this is rooted in something interesting surrounding the developers.
Complete
of
honesty, I don't read
Starrail.
these things. I
It
don't.
is
I don't
the
know anyone who
fact
does.
that they have a perfect read on their audience. This can become especially apparent after you start picking up all the self-referential jokes and the self-aware humor. And now, as Starrail is pushing into its 2.0 content featuring a place called Penacony, people started going wild because Starrail once again proved that they are not only ready to push their humor to a new level, but they are also ready to follow it up with some twists. Not to mention, they are also pushing the game forward with an entire new
his face looked like it was frozen. That was a still image. I got confused for a
let's set
second.
up some context for how my adventure has gone. Don't trust this bear.
That was my favorite thing. It reminded me of Peppy.
Ago, I took a break from Starrail.
Why?
The reason was very simple. I was playing other games, I was working on bigger videos, and I also had a second child. It was right in the middle of the Battle Arena event when I stopped. But even though I didn't have time to play, I was still paying attention to what was happening around Starrail. I've heard about the updates to late game, I've heard about all the new characters, and I have heard about the rewards for the returning players. Truth
I didn't know that was
be
a thing.
told, this caught me off guard. It was almost scary to see all the things Starrail started throwing at me. For not logging in, as a compensation, I got some extra rewards. You also get some limited double bonuses.
Yo, Honkaistarrail do good.
Game gave me some extra activities that would slowly reintroduce the game to me. Honestly, I wish more games did this. This system is really good at hooking people again. Also, bonus points for the entire UI looking like a metro station chart. You know, it's themed around trains and stuff.
Fair enough.
Though it's quite unrealistic. The devs have clearly never been to London.
Holy.
We get how many pulls for just logging into Penacony? Oh, and that's on top of what I just mentioned. Okay, but when can I leave this place? What's also cool to see is that your daily resources now spill into a reserve. And so after coming back,
reserve is so nice, not gonna lie.
2,500 Trailblaze power. And so I spend it all on the new item set. I got one good item for Himeko.
Yeah, you know what? It is what it is, bro.
And that's okay. It's part of the experience. Lastly, there is one more thing I need to mention. When I decided to check out what story beats I have missed, I also checked out the events. And oh my god, is it awesome to see that past events are a permanent addition to the game.
Yes, that is an amazing addition.
I missed like 3 of them, and now I can play them at any point I want.
Seriously.
This is actually awesome. This is something people brought up, the devs listened, and as a result, we got exactly what we asked for.
That's crazy.
Wait, the whole story now has one perfectly readable timeline, so you can't get lost.
I need to figure out how to access this.
It's gonna remind me of all the
If you
quests I
if you
skipped.
find this, can you
Now, of
click on
course,
this and like,
because the devs have such a good read on their community,
can
they
you
can also
replay
prepare
the scenes
some
or no?
self-referencing jokes and burns.
You get less rewards though.
And
Yeah,
so
I know
at
from
this
the
point, it seems like
from the
every
reservoir,
time the community
you do get
asks
less.
for something, they are gonna get it.
Wait,
but it's
wait.
like your step uncle from your mother's side.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, wait, I think I missed. Wait, hold on. What? Under quest and then in the bottom left. Oh, I will. Thank you. Dang, I needed you. I needed you yesterday when we were doing Pentacon. I needed you yesterday. Wait. So if you do the quests when they're past their, like, when they quote unquote expire, you get less? I didn't know that. Huh. Okay.
It won't
Or
arrive without a joke. Of course, this kind of humor has been part of Starrail from the very beginning.
But no, seriously,
The
I was
game
trying to figure out how to
marketed
find that
as
thing the other
space
day.
comedy after all. And so, oh boy, is there a lot of jokes. You can sequence break entire quests by doing the opposite of people ask you for. You can refuse to help people, which immediately ends their quests. After finishing the tutorial, you can simply decide not to join
Some
the
people were
adventure
upset
and
that they
just end the
refused
game
to help
immediately.
Kafka,
There is
and they
the
thought that they'd,
Eternal
like...
Wars event, which is an event.
I saw some people commenting about the Kafka quest, and like they refused her just for the memes, but they didn't understand that that was just gonna cancel the quest and they'd never get to redo it again. I was like, hey man, kind of props to Starrail for actually making you stick with your choices.
Where you play a virtual.
You did not see me stream yesterday? You're good. You're good.
Inside a collectible
Yeah, we've been
game.
playing Pentacon
Not at
all
all
this week.
A monster collecting
From,
game. Though.
Monday, Tuesday,
and
Thursday.
Inside the minigame, the devs are not afraid to joke about how
We finished the Pentacon 2.0 story. We just haven't done all the missions, so we're gonna do all the missions next week on Monday, Tuesday.
Listening to people, and they are trying to give them what they ask for. But they are also ready to join the community in making fun
I need
of
someone on my
themselves,
friends list to share Topaz.
Which is something very unique for a developer.
I stream at abysmal times.
And there's not a better proof of this happening
Fair enough.
than one of the latest characters to join this game called
I feel like a lot of people stream at this time though.
Ratio. This guy was just a love letter to anyone who enjoys the humor of this game. I mean, we got a character called Dr. Ratio that's holding up an L, and he's attacking enemies with that set L. If you don't make the L plus ratio connection, maybe it's you. And that's not even mentioning how Starrail trolled everyone by simply giving him away for free. They knew exactly what they were doing, they even announced him with a holy voice. But very quickly we learned that this was only the beginning. And that Starrail had far more aces up their sleeves.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a W light cone.
It became apparent when the 2.0
I purely went for that light cone just because he was in the tub.
Out. Enter Pentacon.
Cho.
Can you stop following me? I really
These ads are relentless.
This place is an accumulation of everything great Starrail released so far.
Pentacon
and I'm not
is
just talking about
amazing.
gameplay. I'm talking about story, humor connected to that story,
Same
and
Sally
the
didn't
dark
get it.
twists that follow you literally
Badge.
everywhere in
That's a Pepe
every
hands.
story in this universe. See, Pentacon was titled The Planet
I
of
hope if you pulled her Black Swan, you're able to get
This is
her.
why you'll see a lot of
You're trying to get
happy-go-lucky
E2 done hung?
vibes
Oh,
around.
okay. You're trying to get the
first trailer we
IL.
got revealed
Stuff right now, not the
Grand
Black Swan.
Plaza, the Vegas-styled architecture. And oh, cars. I can't wait to cause traffic jams again.
For anyone who's
All of
playing,
which
get hit
reveals
by one of the
that this is
cars.
gonna be a great place for
Like,
our
not in a
favorite
bad way, but
characters
you'll
to
unlock
just
an
have some
achievement if you
fun
do.
time.
I did it on accident. I got hit by a car on accident.
You see, this was later followed by 2 more trailers.
And after that, Sparkle
One that
and
was
Lycon.
animated
Yeah, I
in
want
the
to get
style
Sparkle
of
too,
when
but I also want
Star
Acheron.
Dunes. That's obviously because Pentacon is keeping its old school classic vibes. But throughout
We'll
this
see.
trailer,
Sparkle's kind of
where
been of
the
a
building of
bit of a
main character
she has
shows
been
you
a
the
bit
cool
of a
features
pain
this planet,
in
you
the
can also
story, so I have
notice
mixed
the
feelings with her right now.
constant referencing to dreams. Be it that the people dream about this place, that this is a dream to live in, that the guests travel here to the world of
What's it called? No, yeah, Adventurine. Like, I don't know. I have very love-hate relationships with Sparkle and Adventurine. I didn't even know Adventurine was coming out. And I was like, I literally said in the first day of us playing the Pentacon story, I was like, I hope this character is not playable. And lo and behold, he's playable. So I don't know. We might. I don't know. I was like, well, it is what it is. But what's it called? What on Necrit saying about Pentacon being like a dreamland? It's crazy. When we started playing it, I was like, I feel like Pentacon is actually it's a bad thing. And as we were reading more into the lore, because I read a little bit about the lore and stuff about that, like the little pages you get from Penacony and stuff like that, it was like a lot of people actually have like mental problems. Do I have my ID? I can get it in a bit. I'll get it for you after this video.
Sweet dreams, or that you can actually buy a dream beverage here. Oh yeah, something sketchy is happening here. And so, the theory crafters around the internet started putting all the pieces together. And right now, my favorite theory is that all of this is just an illusion. The planet
That's
is
what
just
I think
a pile
too.
of rocks that just happens to look good in your head. Which makes me wonder, where will the twist be? Will we end up being plugged in into some kind of a machine, Matrix style? Or will we consume?
I mean, we low-key, we don't get plugged into a machine,
right
but we
now,
get
both are
drugged.
possible.
Technically, you get drugged.
Maybe at once. How you sweet
Literally
summer child.
in the tub. Yeah, you're literally getting
Why do I have
drugged.
to be clothed though? What's also crazy
That's
is
the
how
funny part. You
Starrail
have to be
managed connect
clothed. Or
all
else
of
if
this
you,
to
if
a
you
separate
literally are
storyline that is
naked,
happening
you will
next to
appear
this.
naked in the
Because
dreamscape.
in the new Myriad Celestia trailer, we get a whole
This part was
new
crazy.
lineup of really cool villains. All of which are connected to the Eon of Destruction.
The
Which is
Inferno
interesting
Mansion was
because it
crazy.
just
I think
so
that's what it's
happens to be
called.
that the main character also has a connection to it. This makes me wonder.
I don't know.
How will the new
The information
villains
that we
be
learned
interesting
in the
to them?
Penacony, I'm
Yet
trying not to
again,
say too
there
much
is a
just in case
massive
anyone watches
potential
this
for a good
before they finish the
twist.
story.
Not to
But,
mention, this entire group looks absolutely
The information that we got on them
Duke Inferno aside,
from
as well as
Penacony, from Adventurine was...
physics, the villainous variety is real.
Oh
here.
man.
But here's the thing.
I feel like they're just cooking with these guys.
Despite the destruction playing a big role here, throughout its history, the entire Penacony has some strong connections to Zype, the Eon of Harmony.
Who?
Which opened up a whole new wave of theory crafting.
I've never
on
heard
its
that
own.
character before.
Because
Zype.
just like the Lofu had a story of conflict between the hunt and abundance, so will Penacony likely have a larger story about destruction and harmony. Which
Yeah, 'cause
also
they
means that
worship
there is
Nanook.
the chance that the main character will get the powers of harmony here. Which makes me extremely happy, because the scene where the main character gets the Spear of Klipoth was my favorite scene in this game.
That was a good
But of
scene,
course,
honestly, that was
later,
good.
All of
That
this
was good.
capped off with one
I've been
more
thinking
trailer.
that we're possibly going to
One
get a new
goal,
form for
sweet
MC.
Dreams, the
what I've been
great
thinking.
Dadaloff. If you weren't convinced that this is gonna be a trippy ride before, now
Bruh.
you will. Walking jacked up trash cans, giant Sampos throwing us around, a massive fountain
Cannot
of a
stand Sampo.
dreamy beverage in the background. Aforementioned trash cans saving the world. Sampo turning into a dream-like nightmare. This is gonna be one massive ride. And oh, when the main character gets slammed into the ground, of course it is a reference to a meme. Not to mention, the point of this entire trailer is to portray the main character as the Garbage King. A reference to the main character constantly looking through trash cans throughout the entirety of the game.
Okay,
But again,
that's kind of what I thought it was too,
since
because
this
you
is
are always rummaging
Starrail,
through trash and
if
finding
you
stuff.
pay attention and listen to the story told in the background, you might realize this could be a subtle hint for something big happening in the background. So if anything, all of this shows us
Bro, I
that
fell for
Penacony
Firefly,
is
ain't
gonna
gonna
be a
lie.
massive festival of inside jokes,
I'd-
self-referencing
that was-
humor,
she became
and
waifu.
keeping you on the edge of something uncanny to happen. Which is what the players of this game love, and the devs know it. But this is where the devs also decided to push beyond their limits with the new tech that they are introducing into the game.
This
Since
area was
Penacony is
cool
supposed to
because
be
you got
all
like
about
hints at
dreamlike
stuff.
places. Somehow they managed to leverage the engine for a new kind of exploration. Be it by exploring the ever-shifting halls of the Hodl, the ever-changing
Nothing
upside-down
since launch and no
rooms,
Sampo?
or places where you can
Wow.
freely switch to walking on walls.
Nah,
They
this was a
even
cool
highlighted the
concept.
part where you can
I saw
shift
some
the
people
perspective
struggling
of
with
the
this
camera
minigame.
to build up new
I was
paths.
struggling at first
On
because I didn't
one
understand
side,
how
this
to
may
like
seem like
the
just a
point of it, and
cool
then I was like,
thing to
oh,
be part of
I get it now.
exploring dreams. But on the other side, this is actually quite
You stop your phone,
impressive.
gotta work in a lab,
You
no problem.
realize that hoyoverse games are built on a modified version of Unity, right? Unless they planned for these mechanics to be part of the game from the very beginning. Especially the one where you are changing walkable angles. Trying to jam this mechanic into the game now
It was such a
would
smooth
break
mechanic.
a lot of things. So their technical engineers have to be a bunch of geniuses.
I think this was such a cool, smooth mechanic.
Cool.
I don't really know the
How is
in-depth
this
like
possible?
game
This
mechanics
is
and stuff
done
like
in
that.
Unity.
Yeah, I don't know. He seems to know a lot more about that stuff. I don't.
Related to gameplay.
It was
Whenever
super fluid.
these bigger patches drop, some people are afraid that after they are done with the main story, they won't really have much to do in the game anymore.
No, that's not true.
Normally, this would be true, but in many ways,
We have a lot of stuff to do.
Starrail is different. Alongside
is.
these bigger drops, Starrail likes to alternate between story beats and gameplay beats. Which means that one patch may give you a big story to explore, with the next one giving you a whole new kind of endgame. My
Okay.
favorite example of this is the new kind of the Forgotten Hall.
Pure fiction.
Throughout its history, hoyoverse was kinda known for not really doing much for balance.
Yo, Pure Fiction
which is
was
still
so much
true
easier this time
even
around with
for
Black Swan.
Starrail.
Like,
But
Black Swan felt like I was
cleverly
cheating.
enough, they still do have ways of indirectly balancing the game. Sometimes they may release a new artifact set which indirectly
The new
buffs
set that
a
came out, by the
specific
way,
character,
the
but my
Watchmaker
favorite
set.
kind of balancing
I think I might be
Starrail
using
pulled
that
off
on Ruin
was by
May.
releasing a whole new kind of endgame that is entirely based around massive
I struggled
AoE.
last time
The reason why this is cool is because up until this
with the
point,
final stage
the
of Pure
game
Fiction.
was all about dealing with
I just didn't
massive
have a type
targets
that
using
worked
a
against
lot of
them.
single target burst, which unfortunately meant that AoE based characters were not the best. So by releasing this new kind of endgame, not only did they fix the
Ruin
issue
May's
where
busted.
AoE
My Ruin
characters
May
were
needs a
not
lot of work, so
amazing, but they also
I need to
gave
work
us
on
an
heroics. I saw a
entire new
4-star
way to play the
orb
game.
and rope on her.
Truly a genius move from the devs. But in the end, all of this leads me to one final thing I want to mention. If there is one thing that made me excited to dive into Paniconi, on one side you have the cool visuals,
Yeah.
be it the Western 1920s aesthetics.
Oh, so
or
this
the
is
included
19... Dude, I wanted to
animations which
say
spice everything up.
1920s.
On the other side, you also have the promise of the ever-evolving gameplay. You know, at this point, it is pretty
But I
clear
don't wanna
that
sound
Starrail
stupid
will
last time.
continue to support their simulated universe.
I hate simulated
which is
universe.
also
I don't think
a
anyone...
great endgame
I don't know
activity.
anyone who knows
But
it.
all of this was kind of
Did he-
swept down the priority after I learned about one
Hold up. Did you just say SimU is a great endgame activity? Hold up.
which spice everything up. On the other side, you also have the promise of the ever-evolving gameplay. You know, at this point, it is pretty clear that Starrail will continue to support their simulated universe, which is also a great endgame activity.
Simulated is fun. It's not fun. What the heck? Simulated is not fun. I despise running SimU each week. I don't like it. It is a horrible way to farm ropes and orbs. I hate it so much. Like so much. I don't like it at all. I despise it. Honestly, at this point, I'm just going to start crafting my orbs and ropes and just hoping I run something, because at that point it'll save me time and I won't have to spend as much time. I mean, each SimU, like regular SimU, takes maybe like, I don't know, 10 minutes tops. But then when you get into the golden gears, like the swarm stuff, oh dude, and that's a time sinker right there. That's like half an hour or something like that right there. But I don't know. It's just a bro moment each time to farm. That's all. Ruin May does bust everything. She does.
Swept down the priority after I learned about one more thing.
Yeah.
I learned that apparently one of the writers who is responsible for writing a part of Paniconi's narrative became kind of a legend in Honkai Impact III. Apparently, whenever he's involved, the story takes interesting turns. Of course, being fairly new to the games of hoyoverse, I don't really know the details.
Okay, good,
But what
'cause I don't wanna know them either.
now is that this is kind of a big deal. And as people may know, I am a little bit of a lore nerd after all. Complex stories and awesome twists? Kind of my thing. I love me some good story that surprises me behind
I'm
every
looking
corner.
forward to
And the
Necrit
recent
covering
news
this, because if he
certainly
covers
got
this,
me
we're
excited
gonna have
as
real
well.
good in-depth analysis
just
on
hope
this.
all of this is gonna be in a totally awesome and pleasant way, because I've heard legends about Honkai Impact. Anyway, once again, this game keeps showing us that they are more than happy to give people what they wanna see, which is great, and it is especially great for me, because I am a bit of a mech guy. That's why I really like playing Clara. We do it for Swarog. But now,
No.
after Penacony revealed the
Clara.
list of guests that will take part of the festivities,
I still need to unlock a bunch
we
of these
also
stickers. I'm
learned
missing like half
about
still.
Sam.
Not
He was
Sam,
previously
bro.
shown in Kafka's trailer as a Chad robot. So Starrail, please. Please make Sam playable.
Yo, he's not the only one asking for Sam to be playable. There's other people too.
They have a whole new progressive minigame that's just a gacha game inside a gacha game.
I hate this mini game. Yo, I went broke playing this ball one. I hated this one. I went broke with all my coins playing this one. I could not get anything. Oh my gosh. I couldn't get anything. I don't think I got a single super big prize. I was just trying to get the humongous prize. I was just trying to get it, bro. Like it just never worked. No way Sam will be playable, just doesn't fit. I don't think Sam will be playable either. I don't think so either. Oh man. Next top Penacony. Seriously. Penacony's amazing. Awesome video by Necrit. Make sure to go follow and subscribe to him. He makes great in-depth analysis, all that stuff. But yeah. Whew. All right, guys. For everyone watching on YouTube, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and let me know if you guys enjoyed Penacony or if you're still going through it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Yeah, catch you in the next one.